Apparently, jazz musicians are just as experimental with the notes that they play in their real life.
Hi.
I'm Miles Davis.
I know. Francis Taylor.
Look. This is my phone number. But now you don't have to stare. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Miles Ahead stars Don Cheadle as Miles Davis and how he was seen through an interview he did with Rolling Stone during his retirement. Can the movie itself be as beautiful a melody as the man himself played on the trumpet? Let's find out. 5 things you might want to know about Miles Ahead. So let's go ahead and start at the obvious place. Don Cheadle, he's great. His performance as Miles Davis is wonderful. It's deep. It's nuanced. There's a lot of texture to it that I wasn't expecting. There's a growth to it that I didn't see coming. He's such a great actor, and I love it when an actor comes to play and plays hard. This is one of those performances that in and of itself makes the movie almost worth seeing. I also felt like the movie was very clever in the way it wove its themes into what was going on in this story and in this part of Miles Davis's life. It was almost as if the storytelling in the movie itself were improvisational jazz, like the way they told the story and the way they went with it. And was it really the notes on the page? Was it really what happens? There's a really clever kind of way they incorporated this story that made it feel like it was being played to the audience. I also love the way they included the trumpeting scenes and the music. The music played into it really, really well. I was impressed with the movie making of this quite a bit. I also liked it because it was a different kind of biopic. It didn't feel like a typical biopic. It felt more like an action movie or a crime drama because it chose to focus on one single part of this story and this series of events. It really allowed you to feel the action of it and not feel like you were being told a story. And for the most part, I think that works in the movie's favor. Which I guess brings us to the things I didn't like about the movie. Were the parts of doing it that way that kind of bugged me. There are parts of doing a biopic that I really wanted to know. Like, I want to know more about Miles Davis. I want to know about his childhood, his growing up, what happened afterwards. I like the thing at the end where they show the real person and tell really what happened to them. This movie doesn't seem to do any of that. And granted, it's not the movie's goal. I don't think this movie's goal is to be an educational biopic in that way. But to be honest, I kind of miss that, and I think a lot of the audience will as well. It's also fair warning, and I think this is important to mention as well, that you will leave a bit confused as to what was reality and what wasn't. What of this movie was truly about Miles Davis, and what was just kind of a made-up story about something that might or might not have happened to him? I think that's intentional. I think the movie does it for a reason, and I get it. But you have to be prepared that you will wonder a lot what really is going on, and that can be distracting, and is probably overall to the movie's detriment. Overall, I feel like Miles Ahead is a brilliantly woven film about a real man who existed in real time, but told in a way that might leave the audience a bit underwhelmed and confused. Still, because of the performance for me, I give it a B-. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. We'll get to the Best Ever Challenge here in a bit. But first, if you want to know more about what goes on here, click the info button up here. It'll slide out and there'll be other reviews you can look at, a way to support the channel, other information that you might want to know. You can also follow me on Periscope, Aaron Dicer. I pop in there every once in a while, AARONDICER. Or if you do the podcast thing, subscribe to the podcast. We talk pop culture. We have a different guru on every week to talk about whatever movies come out or TV or whatever else we want to hit in the area of pop culture. All right, on to the Best Ever Challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category, and then also try to identify my choice. What is the best biopic ever? Now, there have been a lot of them, and it's a pretty expansive category. For mine, I'll give you a clue. Mine is the one where he probably wishes, not probably, in fact, it's a big speech and you'll cry, he wishes he could have done more. Take a guess at mine in the comments, and as always, first person to get mine right does get a point. Leave your choice there as well. I'd love to see it. As always, here's 5 extra seconds to hit the subscribe button. Just click the logo right down in this corner.